men were rescued from a deserted island after writing "Help me" on a beach, or just help. What? That shit works.
How long were they there for? 3 days.
That's it?
What do you mean that's it?
No, because
Scary.
No, but remember those other people that were lost at sea for like months?
You don't know when you're gonna get. You know what I mean? Like it still fucks with you. You don't know when you're gonna get
I'm saying that
rescued.
they're very fortunate that it was only 3 days.
Remember when we got stuck? Because our sailboat's engine stopped? Our sailboat engine stopped.
Dude, I was flipping the fuck out because I planned everything and I kept checking in on you guys, and then I heard that news and I'm like, oh fuck, what do I do? Like, who do I call? What do you do?
I think you love me. Yeah, I think it wasn't even about the shoot. It was about
no, I wanted to get the video. We needed a stockpile.
I don't think so. You love me and you're worried about me.
Come on.
Well, I can't afford our rent and our car payment.
Oh, look at that tough guy. Come on now.
Come on. I was with you. You were like, oh my gosh, their engine.
My
Don't even lie. For real? Don't even lie.
All three of us. You got so scared.
I love you, but you can't deny that shit.
Why you fucking lying?
I remember we were in the middle of a
Why you
meeting
fucking
and you kept checking your phone every now and then, and you're like, oh my god,
Why
what's
you
taking
fucking
them?
lying?
And then she started texting.
Yeah.
She started texting.
What? Why are you lying? Why are you? Why are you lying?
That was so blurry.
Why are you lying? Why are you lying? Why you always lying? Why you always lying?
YGO lying. YGO lying.
Why you lying? Why you lying?
Alright, that's enough.
Ooh, naughty Nancy. An Ivy League professor made a resume showing off his failures to prove an important point.
I always loved those Instagram posts where like those millionaires, they showed you how many years they were broke. Yeah, I agree with Joe. I don't think for me, I had like one singular event that kind of changes who I am, like 180. I feel like they do that in the movies because I think it's just easier storytelling and they only have an hour or two to tell a story. So they gotta make the events like a lot more climactic. But I think as a human being, old habits, they die hard. So like, for example, I already got kicked out of, I think like 3 or 4 schools at this point. And then finally, my parents felt like just regular schooling wasn't doing me any justice. So my mom borrowed some money from my uncle who was way more ballin' than she was, and she put me into this private military high school that costed 17 G's a semester. So it was like a university, that's how much it was. We couldn't afford that shit. Like everyone there was ballin'. When it was like a parent-teacher conference day, everyone rolled up in Ferraris, Lambos and stuff like that, limousines, and my mom rolls up in a CRV. And even though while I was there, I was like, okay, cool, this is my new start. I've been fucking up like crazy. I really gotta get my act together. Once I got there, somehow I was attracted to the degenerates, and then we started an ecstasy selling ring. And then within like, this story is getting a little crazy right now. And then like 2 months later, we got kicked out because they caught on camera what we were doing in the middle of the night. And then I remember like I was in the principal's office to call my mom because this school is in San Diego. And we have to call our parents to come pick us up. And I called my mom, and I was legitly serious. And I told my mom, and I was crying over the phone because I felt like such a fuck up at this point. I think I was like 16 or 17. I was like, Mom, I fucked up, so I can't face you. But you know what? I'm gonna fix this shit. I got a plan. And I'm speaking in Chinese, so I know no one can understand. I got a plan. I'm gonna steal all the computers in the computer lab. I'm gonna sell that shit. I'm gonna buy cocaine. And I'm gonna come back successful. You just watch. And then
why are you telling her your fucking devious plan? Like your fucking 5-year business plan.
The most illegal thing
I can picture your mom like this, like.
But the cool thing is, like, my whole life I've gotten Asian parenting, right? Where it's like, you fucked up, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you, I'm gonna beat you until you're right. My mom, she cried on the phone too, and she goes, son, just come home. She's like, don't worry about anything that you did. I feel bad for you, just come home, I just want my son back. I don't know what you've been going through out there, just come home. And then that really like made me bawl out, because that was the first time I ever felt like true white people love from my parents. And I'm like, fine, I'm gonna get on the train, I'm coming. I'm like, it's the train station is in Anaheim, you know how to drive there? Because I know my mom sucks at directions, dude.
This is why you're crying?
Yeah, that's what I was crying, and my mom's like, don't worry, I'm gonna get one of my friends, he's gonna take me there. I'm like, all right. They hung up and I got on the train. And then I think that was like one really big pivotal moment in my life, because I just fucked up so much. But to know that my mom, through like the 16, 17 years of her disciplining me, it was still backed by this motherly love. I was like, all right, cool. That gave me like more motivation to do better. And of course, I kept selling drugs afterwards because old habits die hard.
Of course.
But that's real life though. You don't just change like that, right?
Yeah, you gradually change.
So I slowly quit selling drugs, and then afterwards I quit doing drugs. And then after 18, I pretty much didn't do any drugs all the way until now, except for the occasional like weed or whatever.
Estonia, motherfucker. A mother and son say they are in love and are trying for a baby. What the fuck?
What in the what?
What country? What country?
I can't fuck my mom.
Probably here.
She's not that fine.
Place near Estonia.
32 years old. Live in Michigan.
Why are you barfing at the age?
Cause that's similar. That's crazy. Like that's
A little too close to home.
a little too close.
I know some hot 50-year-olds.
I wish you guys could see the way fucking this guy looks right now.
His legs are over the table thing.
I gotta take a. Go ahead, continue.
So,
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
Crazy R&B song. That's all I know.
Well,
I came out your pussy and I'm fucking you now. Now I'm back in your pussy again. Go ahead.
gross. So she was in the U.S. That's gross. When she was studying, in the U.S.
Oh, submitted by Rin from Jomalia. It still amazes me how that one thing, this Jomalia thing, still exists. It's crazy. You created your own world. You have ruined the English language and you created it. It's crazy, dude.
My nation, one nation under Joe, indivisible, for justice and national peace for all. Except for fuckers, we kill them.
It sounds very similar to the American Pledge of Allegiance.
That's how they.
My country, Joe Mali, of liberty, of the I swing.
The Texas man who killed a boy and drank the boy's blood has been executed.
Oh, he's been.
Oh, is Texas the one of the execution states?
Yes, that's why I love Texas.
Oh, that's right. Like if I just like, oh, I'm not hungry. It's like, but you didn't eat in a few hours. You should eat something. He goes, no, I don't want to eat. Cool. 2 days go by. He's like, hey, Mom, I'm hungry. That's funny. You didn't want to eat, so you don't get any food. But I'm so hungry.
And then when you memorize the feeling of hunger, it'll always trigger back to that.
Oh, yeah.
But then if memories of looking at the phone, like you can forget that, you know?
I think that's a great way to have kids eat what they don't want to.
Starve him?
Starve them and say, you don't want to fucking eat broccoli? All right, cool. And then if they're super fucking hungry and they're eating dust off of the windowsill and the window cracks and shit, and you go, okay.
Eating the dead flies I've been collecting next to the window.
Back to this story, guys. Back to this story. So Pablo, who was 20 at the time, he went to this party with his 15-year-old cousin, and he met this 12-year-old boy. The head off, but then he ended up just.
Where did he kill him? Like in the bathroom or in the back of the house or?
It didn't say. It just said that at this party, he grabbed the pipe, he hit him over the head, he cut his throat, and then he drank his blood. So in a recording that the police taped his confession, he said the blood was dripped. Oh, you know what? You want to read this?
Yes.
Ooh.
The blood was dripping and I got it all over my face, so I don't know. I mean, something just told me to drink. Drink like you took a drink of mole. And...
And then the detectives were like,
You drink?
You drink what?
You drink what? His blood? I don't know. I mean, my face was covered in blood and I put him down because I felt weird.
Yeah. And then...
After he's like, wait a minute, this is fucking weird. Ew, I'm eating blood.
This is not Dos Equis, what is this?
what the fuck? You guys are funny. Like, this is such a horrible thing, but you guys managed to make it really funny.
It's just the way he's described. Like it took him to lift the severed body up to his face.
No, he tried to, but he couldn't.
Oh, maybe
Yeah.
maybe something's wrong with me, right?
This is not a cup. it's like lifting. This is different than my usual Coca-Cola cup I drink out of.
This doesn't make sense. He's saying it so casually.
It's funny because, yeah, one, it's so casual, and it takes him a long time till he figures out what he's doing is kind of weird.
Like the whole sawing the head off hitting the kid in the back of the head was completely normal until he drank the blood, and he was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
He's like, wait a minute, I'm like French kissing this kid. What the fuck?
Hey, this is weird because he's gay. That's what he's saying. Like,
So
what the
then,
fuck?
a part of the confessions, this is also what he said.